Now, many of you will know that right now the Nio CEO, together with the vice president, they are currently in Europe. You'll know that Europe is another place where Nio is selling their cars at various, of course, European countries. I think as it stands, Nio is selling their cars in 5 European countries, namely Germany, Netherlands, Sweden, Denmark, and Norway, which, of course, Norway was the first destination where Nio started selling their cars. And sales wise, I must say, Europe in general has not been doing that well. I mean, Norway, year to date, they've not even sold over 300 cars. And this is one of the destinations that Neo, ladies and gents, previously they've been doing quite pretty good, but it looks like this year, yeah, things for Neo Europe in terms of sales, yeah, sales are not coming as expected, and I hope things get better with time. But the good thing that I like is that Neo just recently, of course, launched their sub brand Onvo L60, which that model is it's a bit cheaper compared to the new models. I mean, you will know that the price tag or the starting price for that for the sub brand is around 19,000 RMB or Chinese yen, which is equivalent to roughly around $30,000. Which, knowing that Neo in Q4 they'll be having that vehicle and will be taking that vehicle to Europe, I suppose it will boost their European sales, which is something that is pretty exciting. Majority of the, or in fact, over 95% of the Neo sales that we are seeing on a month to month come from China. Europe has not been that much of a big contributor when it comes to the Neo monthly sales, which, yeah, I hope things get better with time. So I don't know why the Neo CEO and the vice presidents are in Europe, but hopefully they are there to deploy some initiatives that will better the sales in Europe. I mean, Norway, like I said, year to date, they have not sold over 300 vehicles, which is something that is not good. It shows you of how not good the numbers are. I think Norway is the second destination where most Neo sales are generated in Europe, and if we still don't have over 300,000 to the date, that just shows you of how tough it is for Neo to sell as many vehicles in Europe. So yeah, man, I hope things get better for Neo in Europe, but regardless of European sales, Neo in China has been doing pretty well, and we hope to see the trend continuing for Neo doing well. I mean, from the insurance registration that we get on a weekly basis to the monthly deliveries, one can safely say that Neo is doing well in China, and hopefully they continue doing that well. As, ladies and gents, China, it is that destination that is generating some very good sales for Neo. Otherwise, outside of China, with America, you will know that, or with the US, you will know that right now that with the tariffs increased to 100%, it will make it very difficult for automakers, EV makers like Neo to penetrate the US, which had it not been that, I think US was going to be, or it is still, that destination where Neo can do very well, because Neo is very popular in the US. And price wise, I think one of the things, or one of the hurdles that are making Neo not to probably sell that well is because of the prices that Neo is selling their cars in Europe with. I think it is for that reason that Neo in Europe introduced what they call the lease plan. Instead of you, of course, buying the car, you can lease it and pay a monthly subscription, which I think 2-3 months back, or a couple of weeks back, we read that they had sort of like reduced the lease plan on their models, which is expected to, of course, revive some sales in Europe, which is something that is pretty good. So I hope things get better in Europe for Neo. Otherwise, like I said, in China, going pretty well, and we hope things continue to be well for Neo in terms of sales, because sales-wise, in recent weeks, we've been seeing Neo doing well, which is something that, of course, it's reviving or it is really exciting the new investors, of which it is really exciting the new investors. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I should just give you this quick updates about the Nio CEO, Vice President in Europe. At the moment, I hope that they implement some good strategies that will revive the sales there, because as it stands, things are not doing as per what we expected, or as per what Nio expected, but things hopefully with time they will be good. And with the sub brand, of course, Nio planning to also sell it there, I think it will revive, boost the sales that of course comes with Nio selling, of course, their cars in Europe. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you buy Nio for the very first time, it is always good that you do your own DD, so that at least you can be comfortable before you buy the Nio stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.